Well, I have to put earplugs in my ear because the gun problem's getting worse. So I'm to put earplugs in my ears. It is what it is. I shouldn't have to wear earplugs. But you know what? One person could find out information from me, and if they're using like my brother-in-law's earpiece and they're listening in and they're doing it like a big spy ring, which I really believe that they do use. It's all a big spy ring is what it is. It's a spy ring, and it spies within the people of the United States of America and people that's against their bullshit, I guess. There's the gunshots. No person should live under that condition. And that guy wants to lose his gun rights. His personal gun rights should be stripped from him, I believe. Matter of fact, because he's been over there blowing up shit that sounds like dynamite over there, which started all of this to begin with. The cops have got this place calmed down. Maybe the cops don't want this shit to go on anymore. But here's another narcissist right next door, you know, instead of his neighbors being harassed, because it affects all of his neighbors. They may not say something. I will. If he comes over here and kills me, it'll prove my goddamn point. For one, I don't goddamn care because, number one, I've been fucking harassed so goddamn much. I had my friend fucking shot in front of me. You know, I guess that just goddamn changes the whole game, because when you've seen people murdered in front of you, you might just not give a fuck no more. You might grow some goddamn ethics because you've seen shit unethical. And what they did in court was goddamn nothing but criminal actions against the child witness that was sitting there, what they goddamn did to me. So they could protect this D.B. Cooper stunt. This thing that's happened. I happened to fucking catch wind of it in Morton, Washington when my friend was murdered on my bed. Prior to that, I was being held in a cage in Port Angeles, Washington. The stories are there in the videos, and all that this does is cause post-traumatic stress disorder. And this guy over here, I want the goddamn law enforcement officers just to grab him up, fucking jerk him in bed, and throw him in goddamn prison for as long as they goddamn want for harassing their fucking neighbors. You goddamn understand that, law enforcement? Why don't you grow a goddamn hair? You got this goddamn, all this fucking armor and stuff to do shit, but you fucking armor it against the ordinary citizens that sit in the middle between all these things? Here, believe me, I buy my marijuana. I buy my fucking drugs and shit. I buy my stuff legally right through fucking a provider right downtown, which it's legal to do in Washington State. I don't do cocaine but if cocaine was legalized and I could pick it up down here, I'd goddamn have that too. I'm not saying that heroin should be legalized. I'm just saying that cocaine is not really the worst object I've seen that happened to a fucking America. Now you put meth and you put crank and you put all that goddamn stuff, manufactured stuff someplace else, because when they manufacture stuff like that, it's just like a bowling alley. Well, you could just goddamn make the product over and over again. You could just sweep the money right off the goddamn table. If you don't understand what I mean, hey, bowling pins and stuff, just knock them down all you fucking want. I rake the money in, I say I just get less than I did. How is that for simple? Why? I seen these here people do it. And I was against their fucking policies and the way that they did it, because they're running their businesses out of business. And also that money laundering went right over there to the Middle East that caused this goddamn thing in Hezbollah. Hezbollah right there in Morton, Washington. You go right up there and you fucking look at that museum. It's right across the street from 101 Main. 101 Main is the Twin Star Credit Union. Twin Star Credit Union used to be the Twin County Credit Union. The parking lot of it was hooked right to the police department in Centralia, Washington. My mom's was Marietta L. Kent, and then we got Mayland Park Kent. You know, I'll tell you what, those two are just something else too. My mom was hiding behind a cop. They're all pigs in blankets. You know, are they all just pigs in blankets? Because I'll tell you what, they fucking, my sister was serving up platters of pigs in blankets, man. You know, you gotta have the pigs in the blankets. You know, but what's she saying? Are they pigs in blankets? She gave me a book, The Addictive Personality. You know, when before my dad took off and went to California, my mom was dirty. She got a settlement for $15,000. And he built a playroom on that house in Port Angeles, Washington, right over the septic system. And my mom was complaining he just had to have it. He built over the septic system. And I said, yeah, I guess so, because she was dirty and she was going to goddamn pay for it at the end of the day. Marietta L. Wright, everybody that's wrote under her dignity up there on something that said nice about Marietta, they all have an L in their name. Why? Because they're a part of Marietta's lunatic attitude. You know? The L, just like you see in some of the things where Elvis Presley signs a dollar bill and he signs it on the side that has the L on it. What's the L have to do with the $20 bill that was in the D.B. Cooper crime? It's all there. How about this one? That museum that's up there in Morton, Washington, right behind it, Fairhart's Way, goes right to the 2x4 mill. The tie in the seat of the 727 goes right to that. And this here is no more than a Republican asshole. And this has been going on for, what, 20, 30 minutes straight time shooting? Was there a rifle range over there? As there became a rifle range over there out of his feeling that I'm a threat because I sit in my fucking front room and I rip my fucking shit off it, and somebody put a BB gun hole right here on the other side of that window. Right there, there's a lion out there on the side of my motorhome, and they put a fucking hole in it. And I can show you the motorhome right here. I'm going to turn the camera over there here in a second. Here's my motorhome right here. Right here is what they see outside. I put a Morton bowling alley out here and everything. There's a bowling alley. There's a picture of my girlfriend that had her hands and feet cut off on the side, Morton, Washington. There's my dad falling out of the sky because he was forced to do the job. You know, there's a Zodiac sign right on the front of it. I'm across the street from the fire hall here in Delphi. The guy right across the street from me has been blowing off dynamite. Here, let's see if I can get another picture of this fire hall for you so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Right there's the fire hall right over there. The other night, cops and them were sitting out over there. I got gunshots still going on here. Why do I have my camera set up like this? Because apparently there's a fucking problem. I put a race car set outside too, so I go out there and race my little race car, so fucking the people that shot my fucking lion on the side of my motorhome, you know, would understand. Matter of fact, I'll walk out there and I'll turn a camera. And this is the camera I'm going to be turning. I'll be right back. See, I put a lion on the side of my bowling alley. Why? Well, when I was a kid, I was being held in a rabbit's cage. And I was also being called Clarence the Cross-Eyed Lion, similar to what probably Clarence Thomas received when he was a child. I can only wonder why Clarence Thomas is acting like he is. The gunshots continue. That guy over there needs to have a psychology evaluation. That's been going on for a half hour. That's no more than a threat to the public that man's doing right there. And this is the second video. I wonder if that guy right there is the same guy that shot my lion right there. You know what I mean? Think about it. Here I got this guy over here harassing. I say that's harassment. The neighborhood's been notified. The guy across the street, he had... Oh, by the way, my need for speed right there. Don't you like that? You see, I set up this motorhome months ago. I didn't do this just today. This has been sitting here, and I've been harassed, and it finally came to the point where we had to do something, and I had to come forward. I sent these here books right here to Donald Trump and the government. This here's the one that's been sent back from Donald Trump's office. I just want you to know that everybody received one of these. The governor of Washington State and the Department of L&I. And this has everything to do with the Department of L&I as well. Because James L. Rowland is my attorney, and he has 1405 Harrison and Plymouth Rock. He orchestrated this whole thing, and he started extorting me for $47,000, which equals 11. So maybe the cops were behind it and they were forcing the issue. Anyway, my name's John Wright, and you know what? Uploading this here thing, it's 13 minutes. Hey, have a nice day. And you know what? If it wasn't so, there wouldn't be a saw on the front of that bowling alley named after a president that was almost impeached. He got in trouble. He's related to the John F. Kennedy assassination, and this is why this is happening around me.